How to adjust your PractiCAD containers. PractiCAD offers two basic types of flyouts, bins and containers. Containers are classified as the following elements. To see which ones are considered containers, I'm going to go into the container icon. It should be on your ribbon or your PractiCAD toolbar, depending on which one you're using. You can see here it lists the 7 different types that I have on my program. First, we have the elevation box. That's this container here where we control our elevations. Next, we have the item box, which is where we type in fitting parameters for or the entities like grills and flex. Here we have workbox, where we put in parameters for job name and drawing name, specifications. We have the direction box, where we control whether a fitting goes up, down, left, or right. We can also do roll angles for round pipe. We have a log box where PractiCAD keeps a dialogue of everything we're doing. Open up PractiCAD, close PractiCAD, create or design different types of elements. We have a layer box where we control the color, line type, and line weight of all of our accessories. We can also control whether they're turned on or off. And of course, there's tutorials in each one of these sections so you know how to use them. When we go to adjust our containers, we must first decide, do we want the container docked or undocked? Then we must decide what size of the container we would like. You will notice this container here, the log box, I've got 3 icons, 2 in the top right and 1 in the top left. And I have a blue bar right along the top. This key is for what we call change alignment. Currently, this box is freely floating in the middle of the screen. So it's what we call undocked. Docked would be what we see here, the workbox, which is docked to one of the sides. It would be on the sides or the top and bottom of the screen, just like in AutoCAD. If I'd like to change my alignment to the right-hand side and then dock this window there, I would first put my mouse on the change alignment key here, hold it down, and then drag my mouse to whichever side I want the alignment to go. Here we're going to put it on the right. At that point, I can readjust my windows by just waiting until I see the little arrows and pulling to the corner that I'd like. And then I can come here and click on this little thumbtack. The thumbtack, when pressed in, as I just did, is docked. When it's unchecked, you can then pull it away from the sides, and it's what we call a free floating container. The last icon is the up or down arrow. Right now it's up. If it's up, it will make it so that the container opens and closes as we need it. If it's down, it will actually stay locked open. For example, we're going to click one more time and put it up. Then I'm going to exit out of containers. You can see here that I now have a container which can be moved around because it's not docked, but the window has been going to go open and close as I put my mouse over it and take it away. If I have dual monitors and I'd like to leave this container open all of the time, I would probably put it on the second monitor and then click this arrow down. Then it would stay open 100% of the time. So let's go back into containers for a moment. The next thing we're going to show you to do is what if we'd like to delete a specific container. To delete a container, what we need to do is go back to the original window and drag that container onto the screen. You will notice that PractiCAD lets go of the first one. It actually disappears. We can only have one container type at a time on our screen. And at the same time we do that, PractiCAD opens up a little barbecue pit. It's actually our recycle button. If I put this box right here and let it go, it will make the log box disappear. If I'd like to start it again, I can just pull it right back out to my window, open it up to where I need it, dock it to the proper place, and then I can use it. In this tutorial, we're going to take the log box and we're going to close it for good. The next thing we're going to do is show you how to combine 2 containers in one flyout, as we've done here. To do that, I'm going to pull the elevation box out. Then I'm going to pull the item box out. Now notice, I'm going to open up my elevation box to about the full length size of the screen. You can see that I can actually only control the elevation box from the top left corner unless I actually drag it from the center. I have to grab the center of this and then I can move it to a different location. At this point, I could drag this open to the proper size that I want. And of course, we're going to do a change alignment here. We're going to pull it to the left. Okay. Going to open this window a little bit more. I pull the outside first, followed by the inside. And now notice that I'm going to try to place this one inside. Okay. This now allows me to actually have multiple containers under one flyout. Normally, I pull it right from here, right into this window, and I let it go. I usually pull to the top left first, and then we pull down to the bottom right. Then I can adjust these to fit, and once I've got everything where I'd like, I can then once again exit out of my containers, and everything is set. This concludes the tutorial on adjusting your containers.